Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another soccer game review. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the US women's national team taking on Australia for the bronze medal. So let's get right into it. It's fairly late. The game ended right on time. So now I'm up and filming this video. So let's get right into it. The lineup. Right off the bat, Adriana Franch is coming in for Alyssa Nair. Nair is still recovering from her injury while playing against Canada, so now it's time for Franch to start. That's going to be interesting. Besides that, there are no big or drastic changes to the lineup. We still have Dunn, Davidson, Becky Sauerbrunn, and Kelly O'Hara as the backline. That's fine. Then from midfield, Lindsay Horan, Julie Ertz, and Sam Mewis, also good. And for forwards, Megan Pinot, Carly Lloyd, and Kristen Press. Yeah, pretty standard for the US team by now. Get used to it. I would like to see Lynn Williams, but she could be coming on in the second half as a substitute. There is a lot of goal scoring potential with these midfielders and forwards, but hopefully the US can get a few goals. I'm really hoping that this doesn't turn into what happened the last time the US played Australia. Like, man, that was such a slow and painful game to watch. Anyway, the US has a chance to win the bronze, but they have to start playing aggressively and really fight and push for it. I'm gonna have some water. What's actually kind of funny is I made coffee, like iced coffee, the night before, and I didn't even touch it. I planned to, but this game was just so exciting that I ended up just staying and watching it and not touching my coffee. Alright, so we're into the first half. Australia pressuring the US team early on. Australia had a really close attempt, but it was kicked away by Becky Sauerbrunn. 4 minutes in, Kelly O'Hara cross attempt, but nothing. Really close. 5 minutes in, Pinot attempt, kicked out. 7 minutes in, Crystal Dunn cross to Kristen Press is blocked by Australia's goalkeeper, Tegan Micah. 8 minutes in, US corner. I don't know how she did it, but US corner, Pinot curves it in just right and she scores. Very crazy. I know she could do it before, but I know she's done it before, but that was such an awesome goal. So US 1-0. Alright, let's go US. US is picking up the pace. Passing is still sloppy, and it's kind of how the US keeps losing possession. Australia is increasing the pressure. Carly Lloyd pushes and dives over an Australian defender to try and get the ball into Australia's goal, but yeah, not sure what that was. Just kind of funny and interesting attempt, I guess. 12 minutes in, Kristen Press's attempt is blocked. 13 minutes, US corner. Lindsay Horan's header goes over the net. US is doing great at keeping up the pressure and momentum so far. And 16 minutes in, Sam Kerr scores the equalizer for Australia. Mistake by Franch, but also it's not only Franch's fault. Like we can't always blame the goalkeeper, but that was also a mistake by the US, just losing that possession and Sam Kerr being able to get that possession and get it and score that goal. So US 1-1. 18 minutes in, Australia's attempt blocked and pushed away by Franch. Yeah, I would say the US needs to start pressuring Australia at this point. Now isn't the time to get sloppy or give up. 21 minutes, Megan Pinot goal with an assist from an Australian defender. So, yeah, I don't know if that would have counted as an assist, but it kind of bounced off one of the Australian defenders and Megan was able to kick it in. US 2-1. And I want to say, okay, I take back whatever I said about Megan Pino, like, Pino is really impressing me in this game. Like, I was very critical of her performance during the Olympics. Like, I've said before in one of my videos that I wasn't really impressed with her performance in the Olympics, but honestly, she's doing really great in this game. 22nd minute, Australia attempt caught by French. 24 minutes, Australia free kick. There's another Australia free kick. And I was kind of getting annoyed with the US. Like, stop fouling and giving Australia opportunities. Aggressive play and pressure is fine, but don't do anything stupid that opens your side up for the other team to get opportunities. 31 minutes, Australia attempt goes wide. Yeah, the US needs to keep up possession, get the ball back, and be patient. Like, up by one, you have to maintain, when you're up by one, you have to maintain control and possession. Me yelling or writing all over the place, get the ball back, US. 33 minutes, Australia corner goes too wide. Just yelling, get possession back, like, break up Australia's passing. 35 minutes, Australia attempt blocked and knocked away by France. She should have grabbed it. Yeah, it's like she should have grabbed that because, like, she just knocked it away, but if there was an Australian player open, like, the ball was still near the goal or still in the box. Like, if she knocked it away, if there was an Australian player that was open and able to get to it, it could have been an easy goal for Australia. 36 minutes in, French saves. 37 minutes, US corner, nothing comes from it. 38 minutes, Carly Lloyd attempt, saved by Micah. Yeah, so US don't stop pressing and don't let up the pressure. 41 minutes, Pino goes down in the box. And there's a penalty check, but according to the VAR, there's no foul. 43 minutes, Australia's Catley is down. I don't know if she was coming off. 45 minutes plus 3 minutes added time. Australia fouls, free kick US. In the added time, Carly Lloyd gets her goal in the added time with an assist by Lindsay Horan. US 3-1, first half ends. Alright, overall this first half was great. Possession between the US and Australia was close. US 52%, Australia 48%. Very fast paced and entertaining game. I have no idea what changed in the US. Compared to the game against Canada, the US looks more organized, focused, and more in sync. Yeah, and more in sync. Passes could be a little more cleaner, but overall they're making it to the person. Yeah, this is a far cry from how the US was playing against Canada. US does need to watch out for Sam Kerr, though. She can be quite deadly in the box. So the US is up by 2 in the second half. I want to see the US maintain control and maintain possession. Like, they can slow down, which is fine, but they still need to be cautious of, well, Sam Kerr. Like, keep possession, maintain control. Keeping possession, maintaining control should be one of the important things the US should focus on in the second half. I would like to see Tobin Heath, Christy Mewis, Alex Morgan, or Rose Lavelle come in. And I didn't see her on the roster, but yeah, Lynn Williams isn't a substitute, so yeah, we're not going to see her, unfortunately. The camera even flashed to her with Alyssa Nair in the stands. Alright, gonna have some water. I already feel my voice getting dry. Not my voice, my throat. Alright, second half, we're off. And this one was kind of a nail biter. 46 minutes in, Crystal Dunn challenge on Australia's Rasso. Rasso slow to get to her feet, but she's fine. 47 minutes, Australia attempt caught by French. 48 minutes, free kick, Australia, nothing. 49 minutes, foul on Carly Lloyd. Free kick, US. So far, the US is doing a good job at pressing and putting pressure on Australia. 51 minutes, Carly Lloyd scores again. The This was a Kristen Press assist to Carly Lloyd. Really nice goal. US 4-1. 52 minutes, Australia attempt goes wide. And then after that, Australia goal by Caitlin Ford. US 4-2. And yeah, I even wrote, God, if the US loses this lead, I am going to be so pissed. Like, you still need to mark Caitlin Ford and Sam Kerr even if you're up. Once again, like, Caitlin Ford and Sam Kerr, well, I don't know about Caitlin Ford, but Sam Kerr is Australia's top goal scorer. I think the same could be said about Caitlin Ford. I may need to check that. 55 minutes in, Sam Kerr attempt bounces off the post. Yep, very lucky for the US. Like, you guys have no idea how close that was. That was like right. Like, I'm surprised that it didn't go in. It just bounced off the post. I wrote, yeah, I was kind of freaking out at this point because I was like, yeah, after that attempt by Sam Kerr, it was like, I actually asked, will the US actually blow this lead? Find out. 57 minutes, there was a save by French. US gets the ball back. Also the US needs to tighten up defensively. 59 minutes, Sam Mewis is down, but she's getting subbed off for Rose Lavelle. Tobin Heath is in for Megan Pinot. Looks like Alex Morgan will be coming on as well at some point, either for Carly Lloyd or Kristen Press. 63rd minute, Kristen Press attempt goes wide. 64th minute, Carly Lloyd attempt caught by Tegan Micah. I mean, there's still time for Australia to score. Like, the US needs to maintain control and possession. Again, just because you're up by 2 doesn't mean you should start being sloppy. 68 minutes, Kristen Press cross to Tobin Heath. His weight is too wide. 69 to 70th minute, Carly Lloyd's goal is ruled offsides. Yep, that was bound to happen. I was wondering when we would be hearing, like, offsides. US gets possession back. No, I mean... So I wrote that the US just needs to get possession back. Just hold it and be patient. Like, don't let Australia control the pace of the game. That's the last thing you want in this case. 74th minute, Australia corner kick. Great save by Adriana Franch. More good defending by Crystal Dunn and Kelly O'Hara. Or that could have been Tierna Davidson. I think in that particular play, it was Kelly O'Hara. 77th minute, Carly Lloyd crosses, but no one was there. Goes wide. 78th minute, US free kick after what looked like a shove. 79th minute, Alex Morgan comes in for Carly Lloyd, who has done really well in this game. Hoping with Alex Morgan, Tobin Heath, and Kristen Press, something good can happen. Like more goals. I think my computer is about to die. I don't know if you heard that. Kelly O'Hara gets taken down, but she's fine. Free kick US, and it looks like Emily Son is prepping to come in. That's kind of surprising. Like, I only say that because we haven't really seen her that much in the Olympics, besides seeing that one game of her getting tripped up. Australia's free kick, nothing comes from it in the 83rd minute. There is an attempt, but it's saved by Franch. 84th minute, Emily Sonnet comes in for Kristen Press. Yeah, I would have thought she was going to sub in for Kelly O'Hara after that takedown, but I guess not. I mean, we probably do need more defenders with how aggressively Australia is pushing and pressing in this second half. Rose Lavelle cross attempt to Alex Morgan goes wide. Alex Morgan has an attempt, but nothing. Tobin Heath down in Australia's box, but no penalty given. 89th minute, Australia scores 4-3. Really, is the US really about to lose this lead? Like, my coaches, whether it be lacrosse or soccer, would straight up murder us if we blew that lead. Okay, maybe not murder us, but just scream at us very loudly from the sidelines and after the game. 90 minutes plus 4 minutes added time. Alex Morgan is down. At this point, the U.S. needs to keep up possession. Like, keep up control. Stop losing possession. That's the big one. Hold the ball and just be patient. Alex Morgan is coming off, and it looks like Christy Mewis is prepping and getting ready to come in. U.S., get the ball back. Like, don't let Australia tie it up. There's an Australia attempt. French should have caught that instead of just knocking or pushing it away. But the second half ends, thank God. Like, I thought there was going to be added time, but I guess not. I think the Australian players thought there was going to be added time because of Alex Morgan being down or going down and needing treatment. But there was no added time. Like, the 4 minutes that was already added on was it. And yeah, so the second half ends. US wins the bronze medal match 4-3. All right. Overall, very exciting, intense game. The US looked really good in this game, but it really seemed like Australia was about to tie it up since they were able to get that third point. Again, my coaches, whether it be soccer or lacrosse, would have screamed at us very loudly if we were to blow that lead. I kind of wanted to scream or yell very loudly after that third Australia goal. Anyway, great goals by Carly Lloyd and Megan Pino. Leading up to this game, I honestly didn't think the US was going to win this, especially with how they played against Canada and how they played against Australia before. But I'm glad I was proven wrong. I hope to be proven wrong even more when it comes to the US. Like, this US team in this game was more in sync. There was more patience on the ball and somewhat better chemistry and passing. I would say, yeah, passing needs some work. Maintaining possession and control during this game was good, but yeah, that needs more work too. I would say more work still needs to be done with the US team, but for now, I'm just happy they were able to get the bronze. It may not be gold, but they do get a medal to take home. And I also want to add, Alyssa Nair definitely deserves a medal, just saying. Very exciting Olympics for the US. I could say more, but I'm just too happy for this team. And that being said, congrats to the US Women's National Team, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.